Hello everyone, I'm your math teacher Tao. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to use Desmos to solve inequalities, especially when you have a system of inequalities, say you have 2 or 3 or even more inequalities. So it's better for you to use Desmos instead of do it by hand. So first let's take a look at a problem from real test. In this question we have a quadratic function which is given in the factored form x minus a times x minus b, and a, b are integers, so remember that, and we have three different x values and the corresponding y values. We don't know the exact y value, but we know that they are positive or negative, and we're looking for a possible value of a plus b. So if we just simply input the three different x values into the function, we will have three inequalities, right? So we have a system of inequalities, and if we can find the solution set to the system of the inequalities, and then we can find possible a and b values, and then just add them up and we get a possible answer. So how to do that? First, let's input the x values, and then if we want to input the inequality into Desmos, we need to replace a and b with x and y. So this is what we're going to do. You see, I've already input the three inequalities into Desmos, and let's see what the graph for these inequalities are. So if I graph them, you see that for these three inequalities there are a lot of overlapping areas given in different colors. If you're very patient and very careful, you can find out what is the common region. But if you feel that this is a very annoying, you want to save your time, so there is a trick. I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, for example, if you have a lot of inequalities to graph and you only care about the common region that satisfy the system of inequalities, you can first input the first inequality into the entry, and then all the other inequalities you have to input them in the same entry. But you have to make sure that each of the other inequality is put into parentheses. So for example, if I want to put the second equality into a parenthesis, this is what I'm going to do. The parenthesis is something like this one. Okay, you can find it on the keyboard or on the keyboard of the Desmos. Okay, click on it and then copy the second inequality and put it into this parenthesis, and let's get rid of the second inequality. So now you see that the common region for the first and second inequalities are given in the red regions. We can keep doing the same thing for the third inequality. Let's use another parenthesis and copy the third inequality and then put this into the new parenthesis. Okay, and then get rid of the third one. So now you see that we have only two regions, and these regions are what satisfy the system of equalities. So any point in these two regions are the solution for our system. You can just pick one point and make sure that the point you choose have integer values. Okay, for example, I can choose the point with x coordinate 18 and y coordinate 22. So 18 then 22. You see, this point is in this region, right? And also it satisfies integers. So we can say 18 plus 22, which is 40, is a possible answer. Of course, you can find other possible answers if you choose other points. For example, you can use like x being 18 and y is 21. So then you will get 39. Or you can choose 19 and then 22, so we get 41. Remember that you cannot use values on the boundary because we have dashed lines. The dashed line means that the points on the line does not satisfy the system of equations. Okay, so 39, 40, or 42 are all acceptable answers to this question. Okay, to recap, If you have a lot of inequalities to deal with, you can put them all in the same entry, but make sure that apart from the first inequality, all the other inequalities, you have to put them each in a parenthesis to come up with the common region to the system, and then you can pick any point you like. Okay, so that's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.